Police emergency, this is Katrina.
It's 11:48pm on the 25th of October 2023 and Paul Tyson is calling 000 from a clifftop park in Sydney's eastern suburbs.
Hi Katrina, I would like to report the body in St Andrew's Cathedral School in Sydney CBD.
Just hours earlier, Tyson used a hammer to murder Lilie James in a bathroom at the school. She was 21 years old.
If you go into the school, there is a entrance on the left of the reception area. There's a sports department. There's a bathroom on the right-hand side where there is a body.
2 days later, Tyson's body was found at the bottom of the cliffs. Tyson and Lilie worked together in the school's sports faculty and for a brief time were seeing each other casually. Lilie was a much-loved water polo coach. Tyson was a Dutch national in Australia on a working visa. What many didn't see fully were his controlling behaviours, which the New South Wales coroner has found led to Lilie's death.
In this case, we saw the presence of digital stalking, physical stalking, technology-facilitated abuse, as well as the high-risk nature of jealousy and young man's inability to handle rejection.
The court heard the tipping point for Tyson was a 21st birthday party at a house in Annandale in Sydney's inner west. Lilie went along, while Tyson met up with other friends at a pizza restaurant. But during the dinner, Tyson was stressed that Lilie's ex-boyfriend would also be at the party. The court heard he kept checking Lilie's location on Snapchat, and when he later confirmed the pair had spent time together, he was annoyed. Lilie and Tyson talked about breaking up. Lilie, the court heard, wanted out.
What's, I think, so critical to emphasise is that in that moment of losing control, Paul then takes meticulous control of what he will do to Lilie.
The night after the party, Tyson hired a go-get rental car and drove near Lilie's home. He used a car to stalk her not once, but on 7 separate occasions, including outside a train station where Lilie got off on her way home. Today, the coroner Teresa O'Sullivan delivered her findings. The preparation was calculated and was not a momentary loss of control. It was a premeditated killing. The inquest heard that in the lead-up to the murder, Tyson tested out hammers at a hardware store and rehearsed his movements outside the bathroom. Lilie's parents, Peter and Jamie James, have quietly attended the inquest since it began in March. Today, they made a heartfelt appeal to the nation.
Morning. Just some brief words. Lilie had her life cut way too short, and not a day goes by that we don't think of her or wonder what we could have done to prevent this from happening. Please, if it's been a while since you talked about violence or abuse against women, whether that's home, at work, or with friends or in the community, please start that conversation.
The coroner told the court that Lilie's death was not an isolated tragedy, but part of a devastating pattern of violence against women. She recommended programs for young people to raise greater awareness of coercive controlling behaviours and how they can be facilitated by technology. Kate Fitzgibbon is an expert in violence against women and provided expert testimony at the inquest.
The inquest heard evidence that some friends of Paul and Lilie's had observed him relentlessly checking her location and that they'd mistook that as a sign of affection rather than raising that as an indicator, letting Lilie know that there were problematic behaviours that Paul was using, or calling it out with Paul if it was safe to do so.
The coroner also reflected on the way perpetrators are portrayed. She said the media needs to recognise that describing such violence as out of character is unhelpful.
For decades, I think we have seen this problematic myth around domestic and family violence, homicides as out of character, out of the blue. What we so clearly saw in this inquest was that this was a planned, meticulously planned, premeditated act of lethal violence.
Saying people are good blokes, men, delightful, it's not acceptable, it's disheartening and it's cruel. So please, thank you. See you. Bye.